The Northern gang up and conspiracy to drag down the Tinubu's administration is well pronounced and can no longer be hidden. The North are throwing their weight, pushing against the continuity of Ahmed Bola Tinubu being a Southern governor, despite he is a Muslim faithful, and they supported the Muslim ticket. Now, Tinubu's reforms and policies is intended and geared towards striking a balance with the system, but the North are not keen with such development. They don't want a Nigeria that is balanced, a Nigeria where there is fairness and equity, where every region have a sense of belonging, where national consensus is being built in the interest of unity and collective progress. But then, this is what is happening now. The entitlement mentality of an average northern political oligarchs or northern political elites is quite very destructive and devastating at this time. These policies of Ahmed Bola Tinubu at some greater extent is intended to strike a balance, but unfortunately the North don't want that balance. They want to continue to enjoy the undue advantage they have enjoyed, which have kept Nigeria in the dark, in the state of motionless and despair, retrogressive as the case is. Now, opposing the centralization of the aviation school is quite mischievous and very unfortunate. This was intended by Tinubu's administration to ensure easy accessibility by different regions, rather than having to travel a long distance with the spike of insecurity rocking the country and the cost implications. But the North do not care what that, of course, the impact or the impulse of the other regions, provided they believe that they are entitled, of course, to have the School of Aviation.
So where is Mr. President taking this aviation to split it? We are not accepting it and we are not agreeing. I understand Mr. President want to spread anything from the North. He can build anything if he like in Lagos, but that aviation, nobody can split it. We will not accept it. And I want our governor from the North to understand, and another elder, this person is not watching us well. And is not watching us for anything training. That thing nobody can split it is to see political, it's our own. We build it with our money.
If you are afraid of taking the hard decision when it is time to do it, you probably will not be able to build a national consensus any day, anytime. So take action when it is necessary.
The federal government has decided to split the Federal College of Aviation and Technology in Zaria into 6 places to be distributed among the 6 geopolitical regions of the country. In as much as certain policy redirection for every intent and purposes taken to stimulate certain reformation, but care should be taken because certain decisions, certain action taken may have political consequences of gigantic proportion. Last year, some offices of the Central Bank of Nigeria were relocated from Abuja to Lagos. The headquarters of Federal Aviation Authority was also relocated from Abuja to Lagos. With this splitting of the College of Aviation, don't forget those action taken, the relocation and the decentralized, the congestion of the central bank and the relocation of the headquarters of the Federal Aviation Authority was met with fierce criticism from the allied, from the northern people, because those institutions are located in the northern part of Nigeria. And with this splitting of the College of Education, definitely this is not going to go down well with the people of the North, because definitely the people of the North will feel such change with such action. And then people will begin to question the sincerity or purpose of such action. Certain policies are better left untouched for political reasons, because of the political consequences. And that is why you see the Constitution of the United States of America that was drafted in 1788 has never changed. It remains the way it is. It only went through some amendment 27 times only in the past centuries. About 5,000 proposals for amendment were tendered to the House, but they were never entertained. Why? Because of the political consequences of allowing a lot of amendment in the Constitution, the United States. So with this, the political government must be careful the way it goes about changing policies. It goes about somersaulting policies, because some policies, somersaults, indicate inconsistency, and it was not going to get, especially in a country like Nigeria, where you have different interest group, where you have different section of the country. With this movement to split the Federal College of Aviation, definitely the people of the North will feel such change, and coupled with the fact that this is not the first time the federal government is tampering with some institution in the northern part of Nigeria, like the relocation of the CBN offices, the relocation of the headquarters of the Aviation, and now the splitting of the College of Education. Definitely, this is the think tank of this government, the political the thinkers, the aides of the president should be careful the way they go about instigating or advising the president to take certain action or to take certain decision that may be detrimental to his political career. The northern part of this country is at this point in time involved or bedeviled by so many ills. The northern part is worse hit by poverty, worse hit by bloodbath and bloodletting as a result of incessant kidnapping, abduction, and assault and onslaught by bandits and terrorists and what have you, and then the poverty striking north. This is ill time to introduce such kind of measures, because definitely the people of the north are not going to take it. They will look at the intent and purposes of the introduction of such measures. It's not to the good of the north, because relocating is like downsizing those institutions, therefore reducing the strength of the north. And they are not going to look at it as some kind of transformation, but that is why we are calling on the president to have a rethink, and his political think tank and his aide to have a rethink and think critically about such a decision, because such decision is capable of affecting or affecting the political career of the president, because definitely the people of the north feel that the president does not have their interests at heart with such a decision, because what they see is that most of the institutions that are affected from CBN to Aviation and what have you that are located in Abuja, which is in the northern part of Nigeria, and then they are subjected to this kind of downsizing and the rest. No any institution in the southern part of Nigeria that have been subjected to this kind of downsizing or some kind of relocation of some offices of some institution in the southern part of Nigeria to the northern part of Nigeria. So definitely that is why we said this may have a very serious political consequences, that the president need to have a rethink and then shelve the idea of downsizing the institution that have stood the test of time, right from the colonial era to the post-colonial to date. The president should not be the first to touch such a revered institution that is one of the key institution or monument that the North is proud of, and this is not going to go down. Definitely, it's not going to go down well. And then we are advising the president to have a rethink and then shelve this decision of splitting this institution, because of its history because, like I said, so many institutions from the northern part of Nigeria have been downsized, so many relocations, so many decongestions, so many to the detriment of the north. And so with this, we are looking at, we are weighing the political consequences. We are weighing the impact, the effect on the region where such institutions are located, and then what the people would think, because now the people are thinking that the president may have a hidden agenda, and with this action, with this movement, people will further be convinced that there's something hidden, there's a hidden motive. It is not for transformational reasons, it's not for decentralization reasons, and what have you. That the people must have some sense of belonging, must have some sense of security, because right now the people, because of what people are going through, the hardship, the high cost of living, the people are thinking otherwise. The president should concentrate on ameliorating the suffering of the people, ameliorating the suffering of the northerners, but not trying to downsize some of their revered institutions